Hi friends, let's make this little farmhouse style hanging burlap bag from a mini little rolling pin. I get these rolling pins on Amazon. I've gotten them at Hobby Lobby before. I get the burlap ribbon at on Amazon as well. So check out all the links below the video. So I'm beginning by using just regular gel stain in dark walnut color, I believe it is. And I just get this at Hobby Lobby, and it was only 69 cents. So well worth it. So you just keep dabbing it on. I'm using a wet baby wipe to stain that middle part of the rolling pin, and I'm trying to not get too much of the handles, but I did get some on it and it's totally fine. I'm going to paint the handles a different color, so I'm trying to stay off of those. But so I'm just using this wet baby wipe, and that wipes off the excess and just gives it a nice gel stain color. And then I will give that a dry. Just trying to get the ends there of that rolling pin part. These are such cute little rolling pins, fun to work with. So many things you can do with these. So many, and I've got lots of ideas. I'm going to be making some videos. So I'm going to paint those handles True Burgundy acrylic paint by Folk Art. And I put way too much in my bowl. I don't need that much at all. And I'm just painting those ends, trying to be careful and not go on the stained part. I love this color. It's the perfect vintage rustic kind of red. And it dries really quick, so as soon as I get these both painted, I'll give it a quick dry. It looks so cute already. It would be so cute for gingerbread, different things you can do for Christmas, and that's some of the things that I have planned to do with some of my other rolling pins. So now I'm just going to cut out a piece of burlap ribbon. This is about 6 inches. I don't think it's a full 6 inches, even though it's described as 6 inches. And no set length. You just cut it out as long or as short as you want. You know, fold up the pocket and just kind of visualize how long you want it. And then I had to just get that straight. And you know, it hangs kind of skitty-wampus a little bit. But I'm going to fold it up where I want it, and then I'm just going to iron it lightly. And I just barely turned on my heat press, so it wasn't heated up all the way, but it was enough that I could give it an iron, and so it would stay kind of where I wanted it to fold there. So I'm just trying to get it to lay right and straight. Then I'm going to hot glue both of those side edges. I'm doing it right on the very edge, so I have the full pocket. There's a couple of things I would have done differently, so maybe you might want to do them differently. When I start stuffing my pocket, I should have put some Spanish moss or some sort of filler in first. I didn't want to put like polyfill or cotton balls because the white would show through the burlap. But it needed, you know, as I got closer to finishing my project, I could really see it needed some filler down there. So at the end, I put some Spanish moss down in, but it would have been much easier to do it first. So I've got part of this strip of fabric that I had taken off or torn off. And so I'm just getting at the length of the pocket that I need, and I'm just going to get a piece of paper and shove down there so it doesn't glue the pocket closed, because the hot glue does go through the burlap. I'm just getting it positioned and kind of eyeballing it to get it down the middle, kind of like a grain sack. You know, they have those kind of red stripes down it, so kind of giving it that sort of a look. And I'm glad I put that paper through because it does kind of stick down there, and I wanted to make sure it was completely dry before I closed the pocket. Then I decided I'm going to put some lace ribbon across the top. I had this tiny little scrap piece that was the perfect size, and so I didn't want to waste it. So, and again, the hot glue would go through that burlap, so I put that paper to protect. I'm just doing that straight across, and then I'm going to kind of glue it around the edges. I got glue all over me. Just folding that in the back. And it barely reached, but it worked. So now I'm going to take some thin twine. This, I think it's 2mm twine. I like this a lot. I get it on Amazon. And so I just spread my fingers apart a little bit so the loops would be bigger, and I wrapped it around 3 times, and then I take one of those tails and wrap it around the middle a few times. I'm just gluing that right at the top of the pocket in the center, spreading out those loops and making it look nice. Now I'm trying to decide where I want that rolling pin. And you can find more like 8-inch rolling pins, and those that may have worked better. It would have been a little bit wider and reached clear across the burlap, but I think this one still looked totally fine. So I'm just doing some whimsical different little folds and bends in this rebar wire I'm using. And I just kind of did a little loop kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to wrap it around my pencil a few times on both sides. Just making lots of curly cues and bends. Then I'm going to wrap it around between the rolling part of the pin and the handle. And then I will bend it up through that and twist the wires together so it will stay. And I'll do that on both sides. Then I clip off the excess. On the other side, I didn't leave myself as much wire to work with, so it's a little trickier. Should have brought it down a little bit more. But I'm getting it in between that handle and the rolling part again, but it was harder to stick through the second one because the wire on the other one was holding it away. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Anyway, I'm just going to twist those wires together too and push them through, and then I just bend the wire where I want it. So now I'm going to glue it onto my burlap ribbon. Just put a line of glue clear across there. And it really does goes under and sticks to my parchment paper underneath. So I kind of had a lot of glue strings hanging everywhere. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to sand it just lightly, rough it up a little bit. And it's looking so cute. You could stick so many things in there. You could stick recipe cards, all kinds of greenery, berries, pip berries, florals. You could change with seasons. You could stick little tuck pockets or tuck stars, tuck hearts, rusty hearts, wood hearts, rooster, those spoons, or any kind of small little utensils. So I've got these wood heart buttons, and I keep a needle and thread handy, and I'm just going to push that through the 2 holes 3 times to make it look like when I sew it onto, or excuse me, when I glue it onto my bow, it looks kind of like it's been sewn on. It just kind of looks finished to me. And you could stencil words onto the rolling pin. That would be really cute. I just had that thought, and I kind of wish I would have, so I may still do that. I've got some small ones that say like kitchen and gather and things like that. That would be really cute. So I decided I'm going to put those spoons in. So I'm just painting one vintage white acrylic paint by Folk Art. I just get most of it and hold up onto that end, and then I'll dry it and get the other end. And then I'm going to paint the other spoon black by Folk Art. So I'm just gonna give those a quick dry and then I'll finish painting them. I think these spoons are so cute. Got these on Temu, I believe. You can find them, especially in the fall at Hobby Lobby, similar ones. Of course on Amazon. It would be cute to have like a little wood fork or something in there too. So I've got all these little kitchen printable tags. These are in my Etsy shop. I have a huge listing of in fact, there's 795 printable tags, and there's all kinds of holidays, seasons, themes, sizes, styles, just so many fun ones. And this one just says, I can't remember which one I grabbed, Cook with Love, I believe. So I'm just crumpling it up and bending it and getting some distress ink on those bends, and then going all the way around and kind of in the middle, not the complete middle, but really darkening up this tag. And then I'm using my scissors there to scrape up the edge of that tag, just making it look really old and worn and used. And punch a hole and put a tiny little piece of that thin twine in. And I should have put this on before the button, but I was able to get the twine ends right under that button just slightly, so it looks like it is under the button. So I wasn't planning ahead, and I'm normally really good about putting my tags on before the button. There you can see I'm kind of moving the button out of the way just slightly, just so I can get that tag to look like it's coming from underneath. But it's looking really cute and vintagey. I'm going to sand and rough up my spoons. They've got to look worn and old like the rest of the project. Then I'll use my Tim Holtz Distress Ink on these as well. And this is the color Walnut Stain. Love this color. I use this a lot lately. This is my new favorite. It just kind of emphasizes the edges and really just makes those edges look distressed. So I'm sticking the spoons in where I want them, and I'm putting some glue in the back so it'll hold and stay where I want. And it looks cute so far. And I keep kind of deciding I need to add to it. So I've got this golden pipberry garland that I get on Amazon. So I'm just wrapping around and around my pin. Then I push it up, wrap some more, push it up. And then I'll cut that off and I'll spread it way out, and I'll get 3 or 4 little sprigs of these berry picks. And I'm going to stick these in with the greenery and the spoons. Got glue strings everywhere. So I'm just going to glue those in and secure them where I want them. This gives it a little spot more of color. And pipberries are such a nice, primitive, rustic accessory, I think. Looking cute. I decided it needed another little small sprig of greenery somewhere. So I'm just going to glue that on as well. I'm going to put a little bit more berries in front. And I'm just about done, and this is about when I decided I've got to have some filler down there. So this is when I wish I would have done that first. Put rolled up some burlap and pushed down there, or put the Spanish moss like I'm doing now. Just would have been easier to do it first, but it all ended quite well, and it still worked great. So I just shoved it down there to bulk up or fluff up the pocket a little bit, and then I'm going to have a little bit poking out as well. And this turned out so cute. I love it. I know right where I have a little spot by my kitchen window. I'm going to hang this. And I'm really happy with it, and I hope it inspires you to do something similar. You have a whimsical day.